we're jumping into Doctor Who. This is season 12, episode 4. I like that. Oh my gosh, we are almost halfway done of this season, and I'm very excited. So far, we started out pretty strong. I actually liked the last episode called Orphan 55, but there are the vast majority of people that hated it. So you guys already know, if you are new to this platform, Heidi Ho wins low. I am always the person that goes against the grain, and it's not even like I'm trying to do it. It always just so happens to be that way. So when everybody started saying like that they didn't like the next episode, before I started to watch it, I had this gut feeling that I was going to end up liking episode 3, and I was right. But we all came to the same conclusion that the old lady, she shouldn't have been there. She was trying to do her big one, but she was just irritating all of us. So bye, rest in peace. Let's move on. Now we're on to episode 4. Now I haven't heard anybody say anything good or anything bad, but the vast majority of everybody who loves Doctor Who has said moving forward, all these episodes just get better and better. So I'm ready to jump into it. You guys know I'm here for Doctor Who, and I always try to think the positive against the negative. I think, as I have been saying for the past, I think this whole season so far, I'm ready for us to just have one companion. I actually miss having one companion and the Doctor. I actually don't even know what that's like anymore. I just completely lost it. I don't know. It's just I'm just too much. And if we could have just Yaz, or if we could just drop all 3 of these people off at in London, or I don't know where they're from, Stockholm, right? I think that's where they said they're from. I could be making that up. I watch so many shows, all these different words just popping in my head. But like, let's drop them off and let them do their big ones. And then let's move right along. So, I'm ready to jump into this. That was just my little thoughts, but you guys already know. You guys know that BBC Studios will always copyright claim my YouTube helps them, and then BBC Studios is like, thanks, and then they'll grab it. Now BBC Studios is saying my little intro that I do, this song and the dance, as well as the intro, like, that let you guys know we're getting into Doctor Who's a show. They're copyrighted claiming that as well. Only 4 seconds, which is actually against fair use laws. But apparently fair use is not even a law. It's just a guideline that helps with federal government or something like that. I was looking into it even harder because when BBC Studios, it's like, I disputed a copyright claim because now they want to take, I think they want to take like my intro, me just talking. They want that out too. Like BBC Studios has got to be the most aggressive studio I have ever dealt with since me doing this. And I have 1.8 thousand videos, and I deal with a lot of different studios, and I completely understand. You guys let me know. I'm not trying to go on a tangent, but you guys let me know many times that I guess it deals with licensing laws. I can't even go on to BBC Studios on YouTube. Here in America, it won't allow me. It says that it doesn't play in my country or region or something like that. So like BBC Studios doesn't even really like play for America. Maybe BBC Studios America does. That would make sense, but I can't go into the regular one. Isn't that crazy? So they're super aggressive, and they have attacked Spyfall. I don't know which one it was. So just letting you guys know, they will attack this video, guys. They will copyright claim this. So this video might just have me going like this. Hi. Boop. Bye. That's probably what you're going to hear. And don't blame me, blame BBC Studios. You guys could write them on Twitter or send them a letter. I don't know. They are just not that friendly. So now that you guys know that, here's the solution to the problem. This will be available for a full reaction for my second or third tier here on the YouTube platform that will always help copyright my as well as my other platform, Patreon. So if you would like to see this in a full reaction and you guys are so anti-YouTube, joining YouTube, you guys could go over there on the Patreon side of things and join one of those platforms today. I really do love Patreon. If Patreon was like a YouTube, I would have just be on Patreon. I wouldn't even be on YouTube. That's how much I love Patreon. Customer service, the willingness to help. YouTube is whatever. I'm not here to bash nobody. I'm just here to give you guys pure entertainment purposes only type stuff. So please, begging portion, since BBC Studios is against me, and all reactors that want to watch their lovely shows, because they do have great shows. And since YouTube is irritating, can you guys please do me a huge favor that would make me feel a little bit better? Please hit that like button, please share this video, and don't forget to always comment down below, y'all. I love reading your guys' comments. It makes me really want to continue pushing out more Doctor Who stuff. So always, please, you guys jump on this, just hit that like button, and just share this video, and please comment so I can see your lovely comments, and hopefully if I have enough time, I will reply. I'm ready to jump into this, y'all. Are you guys ready? That was a very long intro, which is 6 minutes. Oops. Let's get the intro going, y'all. Without further ado, let's jump into Doctor Who. Let's find out exactly what the Doctor has got to give.
Falls. Is there a better demonstration of the sheer power of nature? These waters power a city.
Good job.
Forces invisible to us which animate the universe.
Nikola Tesla.
I've invited you here to pull back the curtain. I plan to harness these forces of nature on a scale never seen before. A world wireless system. Only require the small investment of $50,000. Small price to pay to transmit energy through the ether. With no wire.
Far-fetched than those Mars stories that we've all been hearing about.
Receive a feeble electrical signal, and I calculate it comes from Mars.
Mr. Tesla, I'm not in the habit of investing in fairy tales.
Wardenclyffe project will be as real and functioning as this very generator.
Oh no.
How did this happen?
I think electric shock miss.
Can't have people thinking there's some deadly flaw in your design.
I work alone.
I work alone.
Of course, there is no flaw with my machinery. Parts are missing. Miss Garrett?
Run, handsome guy.
Are you there?
A girl with a dog volleyball.
I thought the foreman went home.
Miss Garrett, we need to leave now.
Oh, hi. I don't suppose you've seen anything weird around here.
Why would a potential investor be shooting at us?
More urgently, who shot him? Here we go. Perfect getaway vehicle.
Welcome aboard the Orient Express. We travel in style.
Dorothy Scarrett.
I'm Nikola Tesla.
Who?
Nicholas something.
Total genius. Shame you're a big fat liar.
Pardon?
Look there. Keep going. You've got this.
It's quiet.
Why is it gone quiet? I'll take that. Missing something. Lost it together! Got ya! Silurian blaster. So, Nikola Tesla, why is someone chasing you with an alien gun? You seen anything weird? And there's one important thing you failed to mention. I followed that signal, loud and clear, to the Niagara generator, detecting it on board this train with you.
This is one of the most miraculous things I've seen in my life. No intention of handing it to total strangers.
Strangers who just saved your life. If anyone can make sense of this, it's him.
We're not letting you out of our sights until we've worked this out. Gilded Age, New York, this is when the modern world begins.
I always wanted to visit New York, see Times Square.
Yeah, a bit early for that.
Yeah, yelling.
What are they protesting about?
Me.
There he is!
My inventions never hurt anyone.
Building weapons on Long Island! Mr. Tesla isn't building any kind of weapon.
Lunatic, you don't belong in America! I'm an American citizen, but trespassing in front of my land. Wouldn't recognize genius if it hit them in the face.
You alright?
He'll just be a moment. Why don't you go on through? This is going to be something special. I was expecting more.
Tesla, is he something to do with the cars then?
Yeah, well, they're named after him.
Nikola Tesla dreams up the 20th century before it happened. Before Marconi gets the patent for radio, take it from Tesla because he invents it first. He should have been the first billionaire by now if he hadn't torn up his contract.
I believe he wanted to see this.
Giving off all that energy, but why?
I believe this is something I like to call remote control.
It's an orb of Thassa, but I've no idea what it's doing here. They built these orbs as a way to spread information, as a way to share their legacy long after they were gone. I think it's been repurposed, but I can't work out what it's doing instead.
That instrument detects energy. Is it your own design? You're an inventor.
I have my moments.
I knew it. You spoke of aliens. People here would laugh at the very idea. To feel no one else sees the world the way you do. It's like you're,
Out of place.
things would be different. You know, when I first arrived in America,
Changing the world takes time. You have to be patient.
they talk as if I was dangerous or mad.
So prove them wrong.
Right.
Mr. Morgan is the investor behind my Wardenclyffe project. He's pulling the funding.
What?
I'm never going to be able to prove it works.
Who's that?
That was Harold Green, one of Edison's men.
As in Thomas Edison.
Edison champions a rival form of electric current to Mr. Tesla's AC.
Are we saying Thomas Edison is after the orb of Thassa?
Let's go and find out. You three stay here and guard the orb.
AC is the most deadly force known to science.
An Edison generator built in its place.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
Good talk here, but I think you prefer to go somewhere more private. Alien weapons. How are you getting your hands on them?
It's Nikola Tesla's been talking to Mars.
Plastered his name all over the shop. Talk about tooting your own horn.
This isn't a business opportunity. Someone tried to shoot us with it. Someone's trying to steal from him, and he seems pretty sure it's you.
Does he now? There are 1,000 patents in the Edison name. You might have seen it on the building. I gave him a job when he first arrived in this country, on the factory floor. Heard me say I'd pay $50,000 to the man who could fix my generator.
And you, being the upstanding businessman, paid every last cent, I presume.
Man just didn't understand the American sense of humor.
You better be American, not be freaking bashing us.
Sketches, blueprints, you know, for all your inventions.
Before anything else, I built things here. Wherever you were able to hear music. Conjure a map of what lay beyond. That's what I propose with Wardenclyffe. It will change the world. Without money, I have no power source, and without power... Don't touch! Sorry.
Really? Go over there.
Oh my God!
Now, what have you done with my man, huh? He was keeping tabs on that dog and pony shut gone quiet. The very day you show up, pointing the finger.
What's the matter with it?
That's not Harold Green. Psionic image cloaking? Hologram.
What are you talking about? Oh my God.
No time.
Oh, he's dead.
He's a real Harold Green. People have died.
My workers. I had dinner with this guy and his wife last week. I have to tell.
This is your chemical lab.
Zinc, have you lost your damn
Oh, the orb is emitting huge amounts of energy. Radar?
Using energy waves to work out what's around you.
I got a similar theory myself. I call it my exploring ray. It's like it's sensing its surrounding.
Which makes me wonder, what is it looking for?
Show your true form. They can look like anyone, so don't let anyone in.
I'm sorry.
Dad.
Let her go.
Welcome, Nikola Tesla.
We see something like that, like the spider.
You've probably got questions.
They took them.
Luckily, high-speed inventing is one of my specialisms.
Where do you even come from?
Yorkshire, England, doctor. Changed me all life.
I was the same before I met Mr. Tesla. He showed me all these discoveries that could be made.
We'll get him back. She's good at impossible too.
This is the most extraordinary thing.
Oi, you're in here strictly on the QT, right?
There's a British accent, isn't it? There's a country who's never understood business.
That's why they left it behind. It's been hacked, It's not broadcasting anymore. Been scanning the Earth since it got here. Found what it's been looking for.
Stand on the throne ship of the Skidler. You can see your city, but your city cannot see us.
It's an electrical condenser from my generator. Work on what?
Our ship, our weapons, everything.
The Mars signal records all his observations. We have to go to Wardenclyffe. Mr. Tesla started transferring all of his work to Wardenclyffe months ago. He intercepted the Mars signal with this.
Must have increased the cloaking when they realized he'd spotted them.
This box transported us halfway across New York. Unbelievable.
You'd jump at the chance of having back working for you, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Don't pay a bloke that much attention unless you think there's a payout coming.
One of these must be good for getting out of here. I suggest we don't surrender to the giant alien scorpion. It's because you're a genius. Doesn't mean you have to figure everything out on your own.
Yeah.
There are more secrets on this ship that I could discover in a lifetime.
Will prepare us for battle.
No, I won't.
Your work would burn a path across the galaxies. On Earth, you are nothing.
It'll be in the name of progress, and you are not my idea of progress.
Kill the stowaway.
This should give us enough power to transport me, Yaz, and Tesla back here.
First she dies, then everyone down there.
It's not important.
I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I'm the Doctor. I don't believe we've met.
You addressed the Queen of the Skifra.
This is your ship. Because it looks Venusian to me. Is there a single thing on this ship that you've built yourself? Stolen faces, and now all your stolen gear is breaking down. Never occurred to you to try thinking or building something instead?
We require an engineer. I was talking. He discovered our signal.
How did you know that?
He signaled back. The Skithra have always taken what we need. I do not see a need for you.
Tesla's clever. We make him look like the village idiot. Can tell you what this is.
A camera.
Bingo.
Doctor!
Oh, yes?
Mr. Tesla!
It's scary.
Not over yet. Come on.
This is my private laboratory. You have no rights to be here. You're all going.
Guys, where are you going? Inside the box.
Fantastical. The internal dimensions transcends the external.
Spot on. Get your ship away from Earth right now.
Surrender him, and your lives may be spared, and we will kill all the teeming millions that infect this world, planet, and all who live on it shall die.
You can't place this burden on me.
Find it then.
I've spent my life wondering what might be out there. Creatures who would destroy the whole planet?
You do realize it's killing Edison that they want you and not him.
This place, Wardenclyffe, people would finally see what it can do, what I can do. You must all go. Let them take me. There's nothing else to be done. This is beyond me.
No. You're gonna change the world. But first, you're gonna save it.
Power works by harnessing the electric field of the Earth itself. Current races down through the Earth until it reaches the other side of the planet. Intention was to build a series of these towers, a world wireless system.
Did Tesla have the idea for Wi-Fi?
Could be used to send a single bolt of lightning high up into the sky.
Fantastical idea no sane man would ever invest.
Filled a factory full of men to do your thinking for you.
He turned them from a sketch into real things people can buy.
You're not a man of vision. You're a man of parts.
I can extend the TARDIS shields within the boundaries of Wardenclyffe. I need you to get people off the streets. The Skithra are on their way.
Tesla is still experimenting with his deadly tower. Firing it up right now. Spread the word.
Mechanism for photographing thoughts?
No.
Prototype Death Ray?
Yes! I know.
It's Tesla.
Get away from him! When did you get that?
Just be glad I did. Oh, my dear Lord, what is that?
Tesla said it should be just here. This tunnel leads us back to Wardenclyffe.
Doctor, we have company.
Shield's working then. A hive species. So if we take out the Queen,
Take out all of them.
we power up the tower, the TARDIS shields will drop.
What's gonna keep them out then?
We are.
Don't worry, this ain't our first rodeo.
Working.
Tower's charging. Shields down. Few more seconds.
What are they doing? Let's see what this thing can do.
Stay out of our
ship because the Queen's no longer on it.
Was this meant to be your fortress? And you, its defendant? Oh, you really are fragile creatures, aren't you? Which of you would like the privilege of dying first? Do you really think I'd let you hide away down here, hatching your little plan? Queen, I grant myself the pleasure of killing you. In person.
You're not a ruler, you're a parasite.
And what are you? No weapons, no armor, no escape.
I gave you your chance.
A chance to be like you.
A chance to evolve. No one will even know you existed.
Would have only taken the engineer because of you. I will take everything. Have you ever seen a dead planet?
I've seen more than you can possibly imagine.
And what were you planning to do with this?
Nothing, I just wanted you to take it.
They didn't die though.
There you go, kid. Thank you. I gotta hand it to you. You did it. You keep working on this thing. You'll be bankrupt within the year.
How can I stop now?
Go ahead.
Was that more or less impossible than your usual day?
Yeah, about average.
Normal would be boring, wouldn't it?
Tesla's towers just saved the world. That's gotta mean rich and famous.
No, a few years from now, Wardenclyffe is torn down. History leaves him behind, but his vision of wireless energy, that does happen.
People should know.
Either way, it doesn't change what he's done. Never mind the TARDIS. You've got enough magnificent inventions of your own.
You're right. Of course, there's so much to be done.
Don't give up.
Whatever anyone says.
The present is theirs. I work for the future.
Well, ooh, I like that. I would give this episode a 9. I thought it was extremely strong. Now, some people are probably saying right now in their brains, or maybe out loud, a 9. Well, he gave the last episode an 8.5. That was just laughable. But I really did like the last episode, but I really did like this one as well. This episode was maybe a 9.5. Did I say 9.5? Did I say 9? I think a 9.5 for me. Whenever I watch a Doctor Who show, there's so many different things that I look for that will give me my rating, like I'm an actual critic or something. But yeah, there's certain things, especially with this Doctor, that I look for that will let me know if I'm gonna be all the way invested, or just completely lost. I was not lost here. I was very invested because the story progressed. It wasn't stagnant, and I really did like that overall out of everything else of this episode was that it just kept pushing, it kept moving on. Also, something that's very interesting to me is Yaz, they continue to give her not more just speaking parts, but more parts of these episodes that matter. When it comes to Graham and Ryan, they seem to be the butt of the jokes when it deals with companions. Not always, because they do have like more touching moments in there as well. But it seems like maybe in this season thus far, there's only 4 episodes that we got into, but it seems like this show is leaning towards Yaz being more of a main companion with the Doctor. She does things to help solve things. She does things in the episodes that are like key points that you need to listen for when it deals with her interacting with whoever the hell she's interacting with. It seems to be her that will help drive the story, and that's why I really do like Yaz over Graham and Ryan. I feel like in this episode, once again, Yaz shined, and Graham and Ryan, like, if I just watched the episode, right? If you tell me what did Yaz do, I can tell you moments that she had with Tesla, and I think even she had with Edison. But when it comes to Ryan and Graham, they were more like giving jokes and like they were the butt of the jokes of this episode. If you think about it, Graham couldn't even shoot the damn camera where the holy hell it was. And Ryan like just had like these side little comments that were supposed to make you laugh that didn't make me laugh, but always made me repeat what he said, because I'm like, oh wow, it's really interesting how like people from England speak. That's what I was thinking in my head. I was like, wow, the way he like says certain words, the way he says sentences, I'm always like, huh, that's interesting. So that's my thing. I'm just like, I'm ready for them to go, and I wish the director or writer or whoever is involved, instead of BBC Studios copyrighting my maybe they needed to look into the writing and been like, you know what, maybe we should let like these companions go, like we should let all those copyright and blocks that we do for all the reactors that just want to watch our product. But I mean, we are a big corporation, but that's nor here nor there. But yeah, so I feel like, you know, it's time for Graham, and once again, it's time for Graham and Ryan to be dropped back in, where did he say he was from? He said where he was from too, in England, and I can't remember. Yorkshire. Did he say Yorkshire? It's time for them just to go. Thank you, Graham, and thank you, Ryan, for everything you have done here. We wish you the best for your future endeavors. And it's really funny that people, I said this before, and there are a lot of people that like Graham. Obviously, there's a lot of people that don't like Ryan, and I don't really understand why, because I don't think Ryan's a bad actor. I've said this once, I'll say it twice, I'll say it 3 times, and click my heels and want to go home. But people told me that Graham is like a known... Somebody said, what's interesting too sometimes is that a lot of people that are fans of this show, or a lot of people that... I feel like the vast majority of people that watch my Doctor Who reactions are not... They don't live in America, or maybe they weren't raised here, right? So like there's certain, like when it comes to these actors or like something, I think you guys said Graham was a comedian, and somebody was like, it's so I remember somebody commenting and saying that they thought it was weird that I don't know who Graham is. I'm like, I've never seen this man before. I have never seen Ryan before. The only reason why I even know who the Doctor is because we're watching Black Mirror here on this platform. If you guys haven't seen it, please check out my other reactions. But other than that, if I didn't be watching Black Mirror, I would have not even known who the Doctor was, because I don't know these actors. And these actors haven't hit in America. I've never seen. And the only 2 people that I've seen in the whole course, and maybe I might be lying, maybe not all, because I can't remember every episode, but the 2 doctors is Matt and David. They hit America. We know who they are. There's a lot of shows that they have that we know of, right? But everybody else, from my current knowledge, I do not know any of them. Like, not one. I don't know Peter. I don't know these. I don't know Donna, Martha. Like, I don't know them. So it's just like, keep that in the back of your mind, because I know like somebody said that like they were very intrigued that I don't know who Graham is. So yeah, so Graham is apparently a famous comedian or a famous actor over there, and shout out to Graham. I don't know what anybody else has done, but yes, so there's that. So the point of this was, ADD just kicked in. The point of this was, when I was saying that it's ready, I'm ready for them to go, the other person, I guess, was arguing that this person is like very known and is a big deal being on Doctor Who. But I still will stick by it. I think that it's time for both Ryan and Graham to go. Yaz needs to stay, or give us all 3, get rid of all 3 companions, wrap up their story, and give us a new companion, 1. But I guess they're gonna stay for this whole series, because why the hell not? Now, let's talk about Tesla. Tesla is a very attractive man. They picked a very attractive man to play Tesla. Like, he's very, very attractive. But I mean, that's not what the point of the show was. But shout out to casting. Shout out to him. Shout out. Tesla, I did not know anything about, and that was happening here in America, right? I never heard, well, besides the car. And to tell you the truth, if you want me to show you how dumb I am, I'm not dumb, just a little not knowledgeable dumb. I thought Tesla was created by that guy who owns Twitter now. I literally didn't know that like Tesla was kind of named after him. This inventor. And it's really interesting that he created all this stuff and he was part of, now that I think about it, I've been to Niagara Falls a couple of times and I feel like there's a plaque or something and it does say his name. I think it does. I might be lying to you guys, but I think there's a plaque that says Nikola Tesla, I think, up there, or a bench. There's something, I believe. Anyways, moving right along, I believe that I've seen it before, or I could be dreaming. But regardless, it was interesting once again to get a little bit more information about him and as well as Thomas Edison. I don't know if everything is to be true of what was happening in the show about Thomas Edison, not really creating anything and just kind of like taking the same ideas. This show made the comparison of the Scorpion Queen and Thomas Edison to be very similar, but Thomas Edison was more, like, I guess, lenient to, he didn't want to rule the world. If I ruled the world, I think it was Fugees, and Lauryn Hill. But yes, so, you know, the comparison between the Queen, Scorpion, and Thomas Edison was very similar, and the Queen, I really liked her, but didn't she remind you guys of the same lady who played the Spider? I was like, are you guys on the same planet? Do you guys like fight each other? The Spider Lady, I don't know what season that was, or series, whatever you want to call it. So she was very similar to that, besides she was a Scorpion. I liked everything about her. I liked what she was, I understood what she was trying to do, and that's what made me like her as a villain. And once again, I have to applaud, when you give me a villain, give me a fucking villain. Don't give me an anti-hero or a villain that makes me like, oh, you know what, you're right. Like this lady, she didn't give a damn what the doctor was saying. She said, screw you, screw you, screw you. I'm taking over this world one way or another. And she needed to be defeated. That's what I want. I want that. That's why I like the Master so far of this series, because he's a pure villain. I don't like these wishy-washy villains that they do nowadays because everybody's so touchy-uchy and they want to believe there's positive in dark times. No, sometimes when people are dark or things are dark, they are dark. They don't want the light. So leave it the holy hell alone. Just like Star Wars. I'm not ADD starting, but you get what I'm trying to say. Kylo Ren, in the last Star Wars, he was not even a real villain. He was like a villain and then not a villain. Like he did such villain things and then they try to redeem the character by the end. We don't want that. Venom is not an anti-hero. Oh, if he is, I don't know the comics that shows him being an anti-hero. He's more of a villain. Harley Quinn, she's a villain, not an anti-hero. Please stop giving us anti-heroes. So that was the point. And this was that. This was not an anti-hero, and that's why I like the Scorpion Queen that much. So overall, I think I would rate this a 9.5. It was very enjoyable. It's very rewatchable. And the Doctor, once again, did definitely shine. I actually like the music in the background as well. We have to give a standing ovation to all the music that is. One thing I know and two things for certain, the music throughout the Doctor Who has been phenomenal. It definitely gets you in the mood. It definitely wants to make you get up and get into what is happening in the show. And that is a very strong point of Doctor Who. So shout out to the music makers, the choreographers, and whatever else they call them. Shout out to that. Costume design was on point. I really liked the way the Scorpion Queen looked. And I liked the way that TARDIS looked. Didn't the TARDIS look a little different? Did it have like blue in it or something? I liked that. Shout out to the TARDIS being brighter or something. Or maybe I'm like thinking about something. No, I think it was the TARDIS. Overall, 9.5. I loved it, loved it, loved it. And I really can't wait to watch it again when I edit it all the way down. Guys, please like this video. Please share this video. Comment down below. Let's see all those comments. I love to see the people that are new to this platform. I love to see the people who have been here on this platform. Shout out, shout out, shout out to all of you guys. I don't know if you guys do not know, but I love you guys straight from the bottom of my heart. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys next time with more Doctor Who.